What's up, everybody? My name is Jeremy Jones and I am back with another video. Today I'm talking my weekly sneaker rotation, so stay tuned.
Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, about to start a new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still.
Alright, man, I'm back with another video. Now, before I get too deep into this video, you'll already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, I am back with another weekly sneaker rotation. Now, this should be week 177 to the best of my knowledge. And if I'm wrong, feel free to correct the kid down in the comment section. Now, y'all already know. I started this series off at the beginning of 2023, and here we are. We're pretty much on week 177. Now, if you want to get a sneak peek of what I'm wearing throughout the week, sign up for that sold out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it is free to sign up. Or, of course, you know, we continue the sneaker talk, but we got a food section, a sports section, you name it. If I do not get the content out in time, most likely we're already chopping it up in the sold out Discord. I also use it for whenever I'm gonna basically do music reviews now, right? Okay, whenever we get the latest, hottest albums that are supposed to be dropping and YouTube is tripping, we just move right on over to there. So anyway, enough rambling. Let's just go ahead and just get right into this weekly sneaker rotation. Now, I end things off on a Friday, then pick back right up on Saturday. Now, this one didn't go to the chop shop this and the third, so by the time I drop this video, it'll be time to go for sure. And I know I say that in each and every one of the last one of these videos, but anyway, this one's gonna cover Saturday and Sunday. Me and the kid pretty much chilled at home the entire weekend. Maybe ran a quick errand or two, but I mean, I pretty much stayed in none other than the basic necessities that I say that we all should have, in my opinion, which is the Yeezy slides or some form of slide or comfortable shoe, right? Okay, no, I don't walk around in the house with these unless I'm like out of town in somebody else's house and I really don't know the area like that or what have you. But for the most part, when I'm at the crib here, pretty much these are by the door. You know, I'm taking out the trash, running a quick errand to the convenience stores here and there. You know, something simple. Sometimes you see me these, just know that, like, hey, okay, cool, I'm in comfort vibes, right? Okay, so this was my Saturday and Sunday shoe was a Yeezy slide, pure, and yes, these are what I call my beaters, right? I have more Yeezy slides. Definitely would like the Mine 001, right? I actually would like a pair of the Mine 001. Said all those names and still butchered it all the way. But until then, these will just have to do for the kids. So this is my Saturday and Sunday shoe. Was a Yeezy slide, pure. Cool. Now we're gonna move right along to Monday, right back at work. You know, the kid work a full-time job, and y'all know I just been kind of making sure I get all of my sneakers in rotation. So I brought out none other than a good old faithful that I picked up in 2017 to the best of my knowledge, and this is the Nike Foamposite, and this is the Eggplant, right? Okay, I didn't get the latest pair, but my pair, I feel like it's still good. Now, is the coloring probably distorted a little bit and it's probably aged? Sure, but I feel like, to be honest, these things still look good. I feel like they're almost indestructible. Probably hence why Nike probably hit us with that crazy price tag. But then again, that was back then. Now it's probably become the norm of what we pay for sneakers, which kind of is sad to say, right? Okay, but it's obviously one of the shoes that is dedicated to Penny Hardaway because it has his logo on the back of these joints right here. And I feel like, yeah, why not? It took me forever to break this particular pair in. Now, I will admit, the Foamposite over the years have gotten better coming fresh out the box. But this pair, I remember when I first got it, yeah, my toes were not feeling it, right? Okay, and I went true to size on my joints, but this was my Monday shoe, was the Nike Foamposite, and these are the Eggplants. Should I say pause? Anyway, cool. Now I'm gonna move out on Tuesday, right back at work. You already pretty much know what theme I'm probably about to go in for the rest of the week. So stepped in none other than the Nike Foamposites again, and this is going to be that royalty blue colorway, right? Okay, one of those, like, I think is like one of the original OG colorways. And to be honest, as much as I love the color red, I feel like, you know what, when it comes to the OGs, some colorways I gotta bend the rules on, this and the third, if there is even a rule. I will say this, there's not a color I probably wouldn't wear, with the exception of, like, maybe, I don't even know what it is, but if it's done right, and it's an OG. I'm probably gonna fall for it each and every time. Definitely a classic, timeless silhouette alone itself. And it took me a minute to even just give the Foamposite Pros a chance, but I feel like this one right here, so this is his royalty blue joint right here, or the royal blue, I should say. I was saying royalty, but it should be royal blue. Same difference, you know what I'm saying? You guys can correct me down in the comment section. I'm sure you won't hesitate. But yeah, this was my Tuesday shoe, was the Nike Foamposite Royal. Cool. Now I'm gonna move on to Wednesday, right back to work, full-time job. Again, it's just pretty much a simple week for the kid. Y'all know I've been trying my very best to just hit every sneaker behind me. You can quote me, unless it's just brand new. I plan to get every sneaker in rotation this year. That's a goal of mine. But anyway, Wednesday, right back at work, and we stepped in none other, and again, Nike Foamposite, and these are the PEs, right? Okay. This is a shoe that we seen Penny Hardaway wear on court for years. That was rumored to come out. They made stuff that was similar, but they never actually dropped the actual PE. And they did a few years ago, and the kid couldn't resist, right? Okay. And I don't hate it, you know, for this shoe to be a dominant, like all white shoe for the most part with like a cream bottom pause. Even though it's probably not going to show on camera, these joints actually, they're dirty, but the dirt really doesn't show up that bad. So it's actually not really that hard to keep clean on these guys. And this is whenever I noticed whenever I feel like the material inside the shoes start coming ready to wear out the box, where it's like, it's not that like unbearable where, yo, you can't bend your foot. I'm almost positive, like, I'm like, how did they used to hoop in these back in the day? But from what I got from it, right? With the way these things is, they're meant to like foam to your feet, right? And how that works is your feet heats up the shoe and then it works like that. So I'm assuming if you're running up and down the court and hooping like that, probably didn't take long to break these in at all if I had to guess. But this was my Wednesday shoe, was a Nike Foamposite PE. Cool. Now we move around with Thursday. Grabbing another OG, one of the like classic shoe colorways that I feel like a lot of people actually go crazy for. And to be honest, when I rock these actually draw attention. Again, you already know what theme I'm in already with the Nike Foamposites, and this is the copper joints right here. I remember when I picked these up in December and my card had declined because I had bought another pair of Jordans and this time the third. Definitely the memories, don't forget the joints, but they still came home to the kid. And yeah, it's a colorway where, to be honest, it kind of reminds me of gold, but it's not really gold, hence why we call it copper. When you think of copper, I can't help but think of a penny. Like, think of the play on words here, Penny Hardaway, then you got copper, then the penny is copper, right? And then of course, the penny logo, you know what I'm saying? All this is like, I don't know if they put that much thought into it or if it was just that easy and just made sense, but I feel like this is a shoe right here. I feel like, why not own it? You know what I'm saying? It's a classic, timeless sneaker, and when these came out, I couldn't resist. So when I rock these definitely turn heads in my opinion. So this was my Thursday shoe, was the Nike Foamposite Copper. Cool. Now I'm gonna move right along to Friday. I feel like this is my first time wearing the shoe other than an on feet. I just picked these up this year, even though technically they came out last year. The kid was borderline sleeping, but then I was like, I feel like I had to have these right here. This is my first ever, and I'm talking the Nike Foamposite Pro, right? This is my first one, and these are the He Got Game joints from the movie He Got Game, right? Okay, with Denzel Washington, and yeah, they hooped in these guys right here. And to be honest, I was never a fan of the Nike swoosh actually being on the Foamposite, but to be honest, it was just something unique and different about these. And then actually, it made all the other Foamposite Pros slowly just grow me. Sometimes it just takes like for you to see something in person and or just give something a chance sometimes. Just because it doesn't always look dope in the photos doesn't mean it doesn't look dope in person. I don't know what really motivated me on these, but I'm like, the storytelling behind it and the history, and yeah, this is still a Foamposite, and it's got the red, hints of red on this joint right here, so I figured why not, you know what I'm saying? Slightly different, but you know, I decided to give him a chance. So this was my Friday shoe, was a Nike Foamposite Pro He Got Games. Cool. Now, pretty much that completes my weekly sneaker rotation for this week. Y'all sound off in the comment section and let me know what you wore throughout the week as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of this thing and stop rambling, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.
I figure out we go, you figure out we